What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we finished up all the shrines in the Akala region, then activated the Sheikah Tower here in the Faron region, as well as completed the shrine that's behind me. In this episode, though, well, you guys are probably aware this region has a pretty infamous shrine quest that takes place on an island. And I've wanted to do this quest for a while, and, well, I really can't wait any longer. So, yeah, we're going to teleport to the shrine that we completed actually a long time ago, like back when we were doing all the shrines in the Hateno region. And I'm actually really glad that I decided to complete that shrine because it just saved me a ton of travel time. Because, yeah, this mountain peak gives us the perfect amount of height to be able to glide down to where we need to go. And where we're going is, that island right over there in the distance. It's pretty far away. So, let's just get going. Now, as far as preparations, here's what you can do. First and foremost, to actually get to the island, if you don't want to use any elixirs or food, you do need, like, 2 full stamina wheels. Other than that, you should probably consider, like, eating something that would give you a ton of temporary hearts, especially if you don't have as many as I do, because once you land on the island, you won't be able to do that. So eat them before you leave the mainland. That being said, though, there really isn't anything else you can do to give yourself an advantage as you take on this quest. It's a pretty unique quest, but, a lot of fun. Although I do think the difficulty is sort of over-exaggerated because it's really not that hard if you know what you're doing. So, we'll get into it once we land here. I really don't want to spoil it for those of you who don't know what this is yet. But, I would recommend coming here with at least 20-ish hearts. Alright, here we go. To you who has traveled to this island, I present you with a challenge. In your travels, you relied on the equipment you found along the way. Here you must cast this equipment aside and face the trial with only your wits and whatever you can scavenge. Offer up the orbs to the 3 altars on the island. Only then will I acknowledge your skill and return your items. Right, so the game completely strips us of everything that we brought with us, and now we are stranded on Eventide Island. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys, like, the absolute easiest way to get through here, no problem. Really, there's only 1 or 2 hard enemies on the entire island, so it's not exactly that difficult to go through. Now, we do still have access to our rune bombs, so basically, as long as we're smart in the way we fight enemies, we should be fine. Now, our first Bokoblin camp is going to be right up ahead, so I'm going to grab my remote bomb, and what I want to do here is try and bait them towards those explosive barrels, because if they get close enough, yeah, I can just blow them all up at once, and then I don't even have to worry about them. Now, this is good because, unfortunately, it does light that food on fire, but we can still grab the Boko Spears, which normally I wouldn't bother with, but considering the alternative is, like, nothing at all, yeah, Boko Spears, pretty helpful. Not only that, there is a rusty shield over here, and again, it's better than nothing, so might as well grab it. Inside this chest, however, we can get ourselves a traveler sword. Somehow our boat ore is still better, but hey, you know, as our first, like, real weapon, I'll take it. And then, of course, we can smash these, like, metallic boxes into one another, and get some extra fruit and stuff like that. So, there's plenty of items around that you can use to restore your HP if you need it, but honestly, I think we should be fine. For now, though, I think we're done with everything on this part of the beach, so let's move deeper into the island and start searching for that first orb. Along the way, you should be able to spot this woodcutter's axe right over here on top of that tree. We can easily use magnesis just to grab that and bring it towards us, or we're going to save that for something later on. And then, right down there is another chest that we can pull up and get something nice inside. So let's pop this bad boy open, and bam, there you go, a soldier's claymore. Pretty dang good. Alright, I am going to be, like, pretty conservative with my weapons, though, just because I don't want to, like, fight with anything good unless I absolutely have to, because, as you might imagine, things are pretty hard to come by on this island. Anyways, in this Bokoblin camp, I recommend taking out this guy first. He's one of the archers, and archers are pretty dangerous since we have essentially 0 defense, so an arrow will actually do quite a bit of damage if we're not careful. Now, as we approach these 2 Bokoblins, I would attack the blue Bokoblin first. Like, both of them do have bows, but the blue Bokoblin has a knight's bow, which obviously does a lot more damage. So, take him out first, then go back and finish off the red one. For the most part, you should be fine, and you won't need to worry about, you know, getting shot as long as you knock one of them off this, little fort they have going on here. Alright, so let's grab a Boku Spear and make quick work of this guy. Thankfully, when you do hit them, if they are pulling back their bow, it sort of cancels their animation, and they have to, like, re-pull back the bow again in order to hit you. Sadly, we really didn't get too many arrows. That kind of stinks, because I do need some arrows. There's one, but I will need some more for later on. Alright, inside this chest, we have ourselves another soldier's bow. Not bad at all. I was going to try and break that, but I guess it's just going to roll down there. I suppose I could use remote bombs, and that might not be a bad idea, because there might be a bundle of arrows in there, so let me actually just check real quick, and then we'll worry about this orb. Oh, turns out it was just an electric chew. Well, I'm glad that I used a bomb to blow that up then. Alright, so now that we got the first orb, we can go and bring it back to pretty much where we landed on this island, because that is where the first pedestal is. Now, generally speaking, what I like to do is sort of take the orbs along the edges of the island, or at least this first one, because not only is that a little bit safer, it should eventually lead us directly to where that first pedestal is. Now, at this point, honestly, I would say we're kind of ready to finish off the rest of this island. Like, I know the equipment we have doesn't seem like much, but if you know what to do with it, we're kind of good to go already. Like, I'm not really worried about the rest of this island. It's really that first, like, Bokoblin camp or 2 that you really need to worry about, because if something goes wrong there, then you're pretty much out of all your starting gear. From now, we can just easily work our way up to get better and better gear, and then finish off this island. Anyways, though, the first pedestal is right over there, so let's just chuck that into the water. And, actually, that went a little bit too far, so I don't know if I can do this. But, yeah, what you want to do is just chuck it into the water, then use your Cryonis to lift it up. But I think it might be stuck, like, underneath the lip of this rock formation, so yeah, okay. Let's try and just push this out of the way, then, I guess. Probably should have actually gotten rid of the ice pillar, so let me do that real quick, because this thing is not gonna help us right now. So get out of here, and then we can push this out of the way. But really, if you think about it, like, we're already a third of the way done with this island, and we just kind of got here. So I mean, we're making pretty good progress, I would say. But for sure the first orb is one of the easiest ones to get, if not the easiest one to get. There we go. Now let's just chuck it over there. And, oh man, I was kind of hoping that it was going to go right into the hole, but whatever. Let's just place it down, and bam, there we go. First orb and pedestal activated. Now that we've done that, let's go back to the island, and, we're sort of going to follow the shoreline now and make our way up towards that mountainous or cliffy region, like, directly in front of us, kind of off to the right. That's where we're going to find, like, another pedestal, but we're not going to do anything with that particular pedestal just yet. There is another Bokoblin camp up there, though, so that's kind of why I want to head there next. Along the way, if we pay attention to the shoreline, we should see a chest that is buried in the sand. So let's use Magnesis real quick, and we can pull this bad boy up and see what's inside it. I think this chest contains, yeah, a pretty nice shield. Certainly better than the rusty one that we do have, so let's equip that for now. And Dang, man, those freaking Octoroks, I swear, these aimbots are something, because their aim is just unreal, man. Like, how did it know I was going to run exactly there? It wasn't like I was running straight, I was sort of going diagonal, so, I don't know, man, aimbots are something. Alright, so as we get to the top here, we'll see the Bokoblin camp. It's surrounded by some electric chews, so you will need to be careful, but with a well-placed remote bomb, we should be able to take a lot of them out. And hey, we actually sort of got the electric chew to, like, stun 2 of them, and oh, geez, that was not good for me. Yeah, you kind of want to watch out for the electric chews, because when you blow them up, it sort of makes a field of... Oh, it's probably because of my shield, actually. Okay, you know what, we'll deal with this guy with bombs, and we'll just, like, use them from far away. But yeah, when you do explode them with bombs, it, like, makes an EMP field almost, so watch out for that. Now that everyone is dead here, though, we can easily do all of our looting. It is lightning and thundering, though, so we need to be a little bit careful here, especially around metallic objects and those explosive barrels, because a rogue lightning strike could definitely do some damage to us, not gonna lie. Alright, you know what, let me grab this pot lid just in case. Thankfully, our new shield, for whatever reason, does not conduct electricity. It looks like it's made of metal, but I guess it's, like, painted or decorated wood, so it's perfectly fine. Down to my left, there is a Hinox over there, so be a little bit careful. We'll have to deal with him later. Oh, he actually woke up, so I think maybe some lightning must have struck nearby. I don't think he noticed us, which is good, because I don't want to deal with him right now. Anyways, let's open up this chest and get ourselves a spear. Nice. So, yeah, we got a couple of weapons now. Probably don't need to use our Boko spear, but because it is sort of lightning and raining out, probably going to keep it equipped for now. I do need to make my way up to the top of, like, this area, but the rain, not really going to help, and also if that Hinox sees us, that would spell danger for us, but I think we should be safe around this corner. Like, if he does spot you, just run over here, and if you stand, like, in the farthest corner you can get to, he shouldn't be able to reach you, and then eventually he should just, like, give up and go back to sleep or whatever, so, yeah, just kind of ignore him for now. Anyways, we're almost to the top. Come on, Link. You can do it. I believe in you. Just stop sliding down, man. Alright, there we go. Let's quickly use our one arrow to get rid of that guy, because obviously we do not want him alerting the rest of the camp to our presence. There is a moblin up here, so be a little bit careful of that guy. I really don't want to deal with him just yet. He's a little dangerous, but there's something we can do to sort of, you know, deal with him without actually dealing with him, which I'll try and do in just a second. For now, though, let's try and sneak up to this log, because there's a couple of, you know, Boko weapons over here that I kind of want to snag before I try and fight any of these Bokoblins, just because obviously now I've taken away their weapons. They're not exactly that much of a threat to me, so let's just toss in... Actually, let's use the circular bomb. So let's toss in a bomb, blow those guys out of the way. That guy is still alive, but now that he's sort of been alerted to our presence, and it's a lightning storm, yeah, he doesn't know that metallic objects sort of attract electricity. And obviously, we can use that to our advantage. So, since it is still lightning and thundering out, let's try and get this guy's attention, shall we? Now, let's try and delay him as much as we possibly can, because, yeah, he's holding that metallic sword, and, oh, man, this is gonna be good. There we go. That's what you get, my man. Lightning is super, super strong, so definitely use that to your advantage here. Now we got a bunch of great weapons, stuff like that, and here's another orb, and of course, well, the next pedestal is like right next to us, so yeah, we're essentially 2/3 of the way done with this island. Alrighty, let's just grab stasis real quick, since we need to move this like weird whatever stone formation rock thing this is that's on top of the pedestal. And that's sort of why I kept the Traveler's Axe, because it's really, really good at just moving this object in particular. Like, it's not really a good weapon, but you know, you can use it to move that or chop down some trees, so that's sort of why I kept it around. Alright, bam, there we go. Second pedestal activated. Let's just get rid of that guy real quick. There we go. Now, really, all that's left for us to do is get the final orb. Now, that can be a little bit tricky because remember that Hinox that I was talking about? Well, the orb is actually around his neck. Let's open up this chest real quick, though, and get ourselves a soldier's bow. Alright, whatever, not bad. But, you don't actually need to fight the Hinox, so let me actually zoom in and double check. Yeah, he is sleeping, so there's the orb. What we're gonna do is kind of dangerous, but, it's actually not too bad if you're quick about it. So, we're gonna very carefully and quietly land right on top of this dude's belly and just snag the orb right from his necklace. And now we are just gonna book it to that pedestal that we saw on top of that hill. Thankfully, Hinox, they're not really fast, so they can't really chase us at all. He will try and follow us to no avail. Like, as long as we keep going and don't deviate too much or, you know, drop the orb, fall backwards, we should be pretty much in the clear. Like, once we place the orb in the pedestal, the trial ends and we get all of our items back. So, looks like we finished this one up pretty quickly. Like I said, guys, it's really not that hard if you know what you're doing. You just have to be smart about it. And ta-da! There's the shrine. You've done well to complete the trial. I will now return your things as I promised. Come, enter the shrine. Well, don't mind if I do. So yeah, we got our gear back. We're pretty much good to go. I'm not even going to bother fighting the Hinox because now there's really no point. Like, with my full gear and everything, I'd be able to take him out in just a mere matter of seconds. So, not even worth the challenge. Anyways, as you guys probably imagined, yes, this shrine is just the walk in, grab your reward, and get out type of variety. Like, the challenge obviously comes from the island itself, which, even then, like, not that hard. I really hope that I made this look easy because it's not too hard, and I saw a lot of people saying that they were having trouble getting this shrine or completing this challenge, so hopefully this will help some of you guys out. Now, I don't think I mentioned this, but during the actual trial itself, the game does not allow you to save, and on top of that, it does disable the amiibo rune, because obviously, if it didn't, you could, like, use your amiibo, scan them in, and potentially get some items that are really, really good. So, they disable amiibo and saving while you're doing this specific challenge. You can quit, of course, at, like, any time by just, like, swimming back towards the mainland. Then you will get your gear back and stuff like that, but, you won't be able to complete the trial that way. Anyways, for our trouble, besides the spirit orb, what do we get? Well, if we open up this chest, we get a golden rupee. 300 bucks, that's it. And, yeah, I did a little grinding off screen, so now I have, like, 28,000 rupees, which is pretty much more than I think I need for the most part, but, if I want to go back and buy all the remaining armor sets, I probably do need to do a little more grinding, but, in terms of, like, rupees for various different quests, yeah, I think I'm good in that department, so very, very soon I will be doing a quest that, does involve some amount of money, and I think now I have enough to fully do that side quest and still have enough rupees left over to unlock the rest of the Great Fairies, which is kind of what I was saving for, since the final Great Fairy, I believe, costs like 10,000 rupees to restore her power. That being said, though, since we're done here on Eventide Island, let's just travel back to the shrine that we started from, and we actually do have a lot of time left, like more than I thought we would, because To be honest, I thought Eventide was going to take up this entire video. So that being said, I'm pretty sure there's a shrine nearby that I can go to and take on. Although, keep in mind, I haven't really prepared for this one, so we'll have to see what it is together, because if it's not like just a normal shrine that I can go into, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Hopefully, it's not like a super hard shrine quest that, I'm not prepared for, but I think it might actually be a quest, because oh yeah, there's 2 pedestals over there. Alright, I think I vaguely remember what to do for this quest, so let's head down here, and, that looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Wow. Alright, let's talk to this guy real quick. Huh. Sorry about that, I was in the zone. Do you need something? What are you doing, buddy? I was just examining this stone monument. This place has a very spiritual aura to it. Do you feel it? I recently realized that there was writing engraved on this stone monument. So now I'm trying to figure out what exactly is written here. You need some help? So you're the curious type too. This stone monument was once much larger, but it broke apart during an earthquake a while back. If you really want to help me find the missing fragments, will you? They'll be scattered all around. I think the fragments had the same kind of script carved into them. If you find a fragment, please draw a picture of it and bring it to me. I'll be here finishing my examination of this stone monument. Oh, right. And the words on the stone monument glow with an eerie light at night. That should make them easier to find. One of them should be right around here. Please find that first. Alright, so yeah, I think there's like 3 fragments that we need to find. And every time we find like one of them, that guy will give us a clue to the next one. Problem is, I don't remember exactly where they're located, so this might actually take me a little longer than it would had I actually prepared to do this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so the first fragment is right over here, and of course he wants us to draw a picture, but I can't draw for crap, so we'll use our Sheikah slate and just save this picture to our album. That way we can show it to him. And no, you can't actually pick it up. I don't even think you can use magnesis on it, so yeah, it's kind of just like stuck there. Anyway, let's bring this first one back and get ourselves the next hint. I'm pretty sure if I remembered where they all were, I probably could just snag photos of all 3 of them. But, yeah, I do need the next hint. Did you find any fragments of the stone monument? I sure did. Take a look at this. Oh. Some of the fragments must still be missing. Well, keep looking. I suppose the waves may have washed some away or pulled them underwater. The letters on the stone glow with an eerie light at night, so you might want to try looking then. Yeah, so obviously looking at night does make a little more sense, but it's actually not required at all to look at night. It does just make it a little bit easier to spot them. Alright, so this next one I'm pretty sure is somewhere along the shoreline. At least I remember it being along the shoreline. See, a lot of these quests I did on my personal playthrough, and then normally what I do is I go back and I refresh myself before I record the video and make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. But this one, I didn't do that, so forgive me, guys. I guess I'm just gonna follow this shoreline, and eventually I know it should lead me to where the next like stone monument piece is. It might be back towards like that weird rock formation back there, but I just want to make sure that I don't like accidentally pass by it or anything like that. But let's check around these boxes and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around here. Yeah, there it is. Hey buddy, how you doing? I knew you were around here. Alright, let's snag a photo real quick. There we go, that ought to do it. And, there should only be one more piece left. But, of course, let's go and return to that guy and, get ourselves another hint. I think the last one is actually, pretty far away, so I'm not exactly sure how we need to go about getting there, but, I'll figure that out once he sort of gives me the next hint, because I think he, like, tells you one of two locations where it could be, and then we can just mark that on our map and go over there. Alright, I almost actually walked right by him, too, so let's head back in this direction, find our friend, and, show him this second picture. It's weird that there are, like, two pedestals nearby, but it will make sense once we sort of solve the riddle. Alright, my friend, I found another piece of your monument. Check it out. Some of the fragments must still be missing. Well, keep looking. I wonder if the current are strong enough to have carried a fragment all the way to Cape Crescia or Soka Point. The letters on the stone glow with an eerie light at night, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we've already heard that before, my dude. So, I think the last fragment is at Soka Point, so let me just, like, look at my map real quick. Okay, sorry about that, I just got a little bit confused, but, Soka Point is right over here. Yeah, it's really not that far away, or at least it doesn't look that far away, but, actually getting there might take us a little while, since we kinda need to walk all the way around this peninsula. Like, I might be able to swim it, but I don't exactly trust myself, so I'll do the walking and the running, and we'll get there that way. Getting back should be a little bit easier, since I can probably just, like, teleport to the shrine on top of that cliffside, and then, you know, glide down to where the actual shrine area is. So I think that's what I'll do. So we got a little bit of travel ahead of ourselves. Would have been nice if, like, you know, I had Epona with me, or really anything to make me walk faster, but whatever, what are you gonna do? Like, it's weird too, because this entire, like, peninsula area doesn't look that big, but when you're actually running across it, it definitely is a lot bigger than it looks. I'm going to stick to the shoreline because more inland there are a couple of enemies that will spawn or try to get in your way. But mostly on the shoreline you should be safe. So we have to pretty much walk our way to the very tip of this area. I marked it with the purple pin, that way you guys can see it on the map. And we should spot, like, the last stone monument piece around one of the trees on the tip there. So yeah, pretty easy to spot, even though it is morning now, so I guarantee you the tablet has sort of stopped glowing, but, I think if we keep our eyes peeled, we should be just fine in spotting it, and, it does not need to be nighttime in order to take a photo of it. Like, as long as we just take a photo of it, the dudes will still be able to decipher the text and sort of allow us to complete this shrine quest. Alright, we're almost there. I know it's taken us a while, but it's in sight, guys. Don't you worry. Just a couple more seconds, and then we'll finally have the final piece of this stone fragment. I really can't, like, pad out this commentary anymore, can I? It's starting to become very, very obvious. Thankfully, I did it, and we're here. Hooray! So guess what? Here's our final stone fragment. Let's get rid of these shoes real quick, though, and now, well, let's snag our photo. So, bam! That ought to do it. Sweet. Now I'll just grab this chew jelly, and, yeah, I am not walking all the way back there, so we'll just teleport back up to the shrine and glide down to where, the two pedestals were. Thankfully, since that was the last stone monument piece, we're essentially done with the quest. Like, we have to get him to translate it, then there's, like, one other riddle we need to solve, which really isn't a riddle, But, otherwise, yeah, we're pretty much done. You know, not bad for only half remembering what to do for that shrine quest. Like, I promise I will definitely look into any other shrine quests in the future and not try and play them by memory, because I guarantee you I could have done this a lot faster had I just, like, remembered everything about this specific quest. This region does actually have a lot of shrine quests, though, so probably is best if I start brushing up on all the quests in this area. Alright, dude, I got the last fragment, so here you go. Check this out. That's amazing! Excellent, thanks to you, I've got a good shot at deciphering the entire monument. Give me a second to see if I can put this all together. Wow! Thanks to you, I've deciphered the entire passage. When the two find their place and kneel in reverence, the shrine will reveal itself. I haven't the foggiest idea what that's supposed to mean. Well, I think I do, so let's just stand on one of these pedestals, kneel down, and there we go. Huh? Is that it? We did it! And there's the shrine. Thanks a lot, buddy. So that does complete the fragmented memory shrine quest. Let's head inside. Funny thing is, like, now that we're done with that quest, I think I actually do remember what this shrine is. So hopefully I'm right, and if I am, it really shouldn't take us that long at all to get through. So let's see what we got going on inside here, shall we? This is the quick thinking shrine. Yeah, it's actually not hard at all. So, let's start out on the left side because I think this is the side that's actually required. So real quick, oh, you know what? Let me use stasis. Oh, no, stasis. That way I can freeze this guy in place since I kind of missed my opportunity. But, yeah, you want to grab a barrel and stick it on top of this platform and then crouch down because it's gonna go right along and we need to go underneath this wall. Then we can pick up our barrel, move over here, and yeah, the entire goal was just to get barrel to the end of this area. That way we could place it down on that switch, which will of course unlock that door. So ta-da, we did it. Congratulations, guys. Hardest puzzle in the entire game right there. I'm joking, that's not the hardest puzzle in the entire game. Anyways, inside this chest, we're gonna get ourselves the required small key for this shrine. So at this point, yeah, we could just go unlock the door and finish off the shrine. But, actually, I don't need this barrel because there's barrels over there. There is another chest that we can get inside this shrine, though, so it's essentially the same thing. A little bit different because, you know, now it's like gates instead of like walls that you just have to duck and move past, but the concept still applies. So let's just place our barrel friend over here, and now what you want to do, wait until you pass through the first gate, hit the switch, wait until you pass through the second gate and hit the switch again, and that's really all there is to it. Super simple. Now let's just place the barrel here. And that will, of course, allow us to get the second chest, which I have no idea what's inside. Hopefully it's something good. Like, I would really appreciate a gemstone or maybe something like that. Let's see. Knight's Claymore. Alright, you know what? Not too bad. I'll take it, I guess. Although, not the best thing I could have gotten. Anyways, we're essentially done with this shrine now, so let's talk to our Sheikah monk friend and get out of here. Honestly, that all took like a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's just mainly because I sort of forgot how to actually do the quest part of this shrine quest, but whatever. Overall, I'd say it was a job well done. So pat yourself on the back, everybody. We did it. Another shrine down. Alright, we probably will start working through the rest of the Pharaon shrines because there's quite a few of them. And, after we're done, maybe we'll go and, like, take on some side quests or go to the next region. Not too sure what I want to do just yet. I'll figure that out soon. Anyways, though, that's going to do it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.